Good evening, hello, welcome to the Triathlon Dan YouTube channel. You join me on Monday the 13th of April, week 1, day 1, Ironman Wales 2020 training block. So you lucky boys and girls are going to get to watch 2 video series. So they're going to run simultaneously, side by side. One of which is this one, which is just documenting my training journey. And separately, I'm going to document my diet, my nutrition, my weight, etc. along the sort of training journey as well. So let's go. Monday, what did I do at lunchtime today? I did a ramp test. I've already dropped a video. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. But in short, I set my benchmark for the training zones for the next few weeks. It's now Monday evening. I'm now going to do a steady run on the treadmill, 45 minutes to an hour-ish. I've been injured for a little while, so I'm just on the comeback, so I'm trying to build the volume up without getting injured. So here we go. What up? Tuesday lunchtime. I should have done this morning, but I woke up with a banging headache, so I popped a couple of paracetamol, had breakfast, worked all morning. Thankfully it's gone away, so time to drop this sweatband on. I can't get on with one hand and get a steady lunchtime run done. There we go, 1 hour done and dusted. I had to have 2 cliff blocks half an hour in. I felt a bit weak and shaky, but nice and steady, 7 miles in the bank. It's about 8.5 minute miling, and I don't know if it's just me, but it feels fast on the treadmill. It feels faster than it does in the real world, so maybe that's just me. Done and dusted. That was a, what was it Instagrammers say, spicy set. Yeah, it was alright, 1.5 hours in total. I'll put a little clip on screen now so you can see what the efforts were. It's basically like a little triangle, no, pyramid, that's what I mean. Starting off easier but longer, then getting shorter but harder, no pun intended, and so on. Good sesh, time to get recovered now. Bedtime, see you later. Wednesday lunchtime. I should have trained again this morning, but I had a headache again. I'm not sure whether it's hydration or stress or sleep pattern or lack of sugar since I'm not eating rubbish anymore. Who knows? But either way, just done 45 minutes at lunchtime, just zone 2, just nice and easy. Just building up that volume, so a bit of aerobic endurance. Hey, Thursday lunchtime. I should have probably trained last night, but I just felt a bit knackered, so I switched my days around this week. So, yesterday, did anybody watch the pro tri-Zwift races, the ladies and the men? Both great races. Congrats especially to a local lad, Jimmy Kershaw, for taking the win. Coming past Lionel Sanders in the last few metres was excellent to watch. Yes, I did try my heart out to get on the start line. Apparently not having a pro licence does exclude you from selection, but I'll keep trying, honest. But watching the race, I'm bloody glad I didn't get on the start line because that looked hard. There's no doubt I would have been spat. So anyway, Thursday lunchtime, I'm just going to go for a little run on the treadmill, hopefully 45 minutes-ish. Nice little steady run. 3rd run of the week, so just building up the volume without getting injured. So on the lunchtime run, I have been running at 7 miles an hour on the treadmill. Bumped it up, 7.5 today. Absolutely flying. It's now Thursday evening. Now, I tactically had an evening nap, so it's now about 9:30 at night. I've just finished an hour in zone 2, but I feel, 10 out of 10. Well worth investing in a little nap if you're feeling a bit tired. I'm just going to give a quick shout out to a guy who's followed this channel for, he's been around probably since very close to the beginning. Great athlete, does Ironmans, did Ironman Wales last year. He's a PT, so obviously works in a gym, so he's probably having a bit of a difficult time at the minute coaching clients and stuff. So he does online coaching, strength and workout tips, nutrition tips, all that coaching, all that stuff that I don't know. He does. He's not asked me to do this. I'm not paid in any way. He doesn't even know I'm doing it, to be honest. But his name's Dan Kibby. I'll leave all his details down below, Instagram, etc. Every morning, or most mornings before this whole thing blew up, when I'm like rolling around in bed in the morning, he's in the gym already, working out, coaching clients, and he's not like coaching all elite athletes. He's coaching people. He's got a guy who's like 70 plus who's like turned his life around and is active, and other people. Loves it. Great to support him. So if you want any tips on strength and conditioning workouts during this time, I'm sure he'll sort you out. Hit him up down below and tell him Triathlon Dan sent you. Stay safe, guys. And even if you don't want any tips, check his Instagram out. He's got a great picture from Ironman Wales last year. He's coming out of the swim, ripping his wetsuit off and his chest popping out. My favourite photo from Ironman Wales ever. Good afternoon, happy Friday. Friday lunchtime run, 40 minutes, steady, nice and steady on the treadmill. I'm conscious that I don't show you guys me running on the treadmill. It does happen, honest. You just don't want to see this jiggling around. Maybe when I've got a chiseled 6-pack, I'll take the camera in there, but for the time being, you just have to take my word for it. Friday evening, just done an hour in zone 2. If I'm absolutely honest, I'd hope to do a bit more proper bike training this week. Not that zone 2 isn't proper bike training, but I'd hope to do a few more intervals. But keeping it real, my legs are hurting. It's the running. A few weeks of having not regular run training really affects me. I'm sure it affects others as well. When you get back into it, I feel a lot more fatigued. Even after I've only done steady runs this week, but I found myself like the rest of the day that I've run and the next day, I'm aching just from a steady run. Whereas when I was running bigger miles towards the beginning of the year when I was marathon training, I'd get up and feel absolutely fine. So a bit of conditioning needed. I just did the Harry Palmer meetup. So Harry's on YouTube. You've probably already seen him. He's a lot better at this sort of thing than I am. I'll leave his link down below. But it was just an hour in zone 2, just a bit of chat, and it just makes me get on the bike at a certain time. So it started at 5:30. So instead of me having tea, sitting around a bit before you know it, it's like 7 or 8 o'clock. I've actually got something to aim for. You're on the bike, and now it's 6:30, and I've done, and it's much better. I nearly just did some training without showing you my headband and telling you about the training. So it's Saturday morning, just done 2 hours on Zwift with the Icarus crew. So nice little social ride. I think average about 200 watts. So it's a good little zone 2 leg stretch. Good to build the volume, pump up the volume. Good morning, Sunday morning. Why am I wearing my club vest? Well, let me tell you. You've seen it earlier this week, I've done my bike ramp test, so getting my zone markers and my sort of power results for on the bike. Why wouldn't I do the same thing for running? So here we are. It's my first run outside for weeks, my first run at pace for months, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to do a 5k flat out. Everybody in the world is doing 5k for obviously great causes. Been nominated a few times, I thought I'd finally actually do it. Right, I'm going to do a little warm up, a few strides, and then hit it for 5k and see how fast or slow I can go. Now my PB for 5k all time is 19 minutes dead, which I did a year or so ago. I think I was in better shape than that earlier this year and last year, but I just never did a 5k, but we'll see. I think I might set off around that pace and see if I can lift it. It's pretty flat around here, so it should be a minimal excuses kind of course. See you in a minute. Oh, well, I'm glad that's done. That was hard. So I held nothing back. I didn't go off stupid fast. I went off like I meant it. So 6:07, 6:24, 6:29 with my 1 mile split. So got a bit harder towards the end. That was it. So that was a total time of 19:44. Not great. About 45 seconds behind my PB and about probably a minute or so behind where I thought I was earlier this year. But I had 6 or 7 weeks almost completely off, and this is my second week back running, so I can't expect to be where I was. I think I half do sometimes because cycling comes back a lot quicker, whereas running takes a bit more work, doesn't it? So anyway, it's the line in the sand, something to work from. We'll revisit that in a few weeks. That was great to be outside, but for the rest of the day, it's back in the pain cave. Oh, if I have to say this many more times, I was on Zwift, but Sunday morning still, my laptop's crashed. It always crashes about an hour and 10 in, so I wonder if it's some sort of like system issue rather than actual like overheating or anything, I don't know. I've ordered some more RAM for it, that's about as far as my knowledge goes, so I'm going to fit that and see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. I was supposed to do 4 or 5 hours on the bike, but my heart's just not in it, and I feel pretty knackered from that 5k this morning, so let's have a look at this week's training then. So let's get training peaks up. Okay, so I've done just under about 13 hours of training, made up of a training stress score of 675, so that's fairly okay for week 1 of a 3-week block. I'll look to ramp it up for the next 2 weeks, but that is okay. It's not really any more than I would do when I was at work full time, so commuting and having to work in an office, whereas now I'm at home, in theory I should be able to do a lot more, but it just doesn't always happen like that, and it doesn't always mean you need to do more. So yeah, solid week in the books. Now, the guy I was riding with this morning on Zwift, Clinton Butcher, is fundraising for a homeless charity, and he's doing an Ironman indoors today, so that is mental. So if I can figure out how to do it, I'll leave his link down below, because he's live streaming the whole thing, so check him out. That's about it from me, so thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button down below. Hope your training's going well, hope you're fitting well, I'll see you soon.